me to record. All right. So, again guys, welcome sa subject natin, Mathematics ng Modern World. For today's lesson, we will be introducing yung subject and we will be also discussing yung inductive and deductive reasoning natin. Okay? So, learning outcomes natin for this session is first one, to introduce to you yung concept ng mathematical patterns and reasoning. And next, to use inductive reasoning to predict patterns or to generalize conclusion based on the observed relationships. And lastly is to use deductive reasoning to determine the validity of an argument and to construct diagrams, no? Para we can analyze the said arguments. Okay? So, to start, siguro I want you to picture this image, no? So we have 6 scientists na blindfolded sila. So without knowing anything, pinalapit sila sa elephant, no? So again, hindi nila alam na yung hawakan nila is an elephant. So what do you think are the reaction of the 6 scientists, no? So nung pinakapa sa kanila yung nasa harap nila or yung ma-reach nila, ito yung mga naging reactions nila. So sabi nung isa, sabi niya it's a sphere, no? Nung hinawakan niya yung ano bang tawag dito? Yung horns. I don't know if horns yung tawag. Limot ko, no? So sabi nung isa, without knowing na sa elephant yun, sabi niya it's a sphere kasi it's a pointed object, no? Na possibly a sphere. And then yung isa, sabi niya it's a snake kasi hinawakan niya yung elongated nose nung elephant. Nandito sa paa nung elephant, sabi niya it's a tree kasi trunk yun nung ano, di ba? Nung elephant. So alam naman natin sa ang trees have trunk, no? And then dito, it's a fan daw kasi na ano niya na floppy yung ears nung elephant. And then dito, it's a wall kasi very hard and or medyo siguro rough yung surface. Kaya sabi niya, it's a wall. And then dito, sabi niya, it's a rope, no? So without saying what they are touching, everybody has their different opinion, no? So basically, sinasabi lang niyan or parang pinapresent lang niya na in mathematics, no? Everyone has different perceptions, no? But yun nga, pwedeng tulad kayo, nanggaling kayo sa iba't ibang school na nung senior high kayo. So pwedeng mangyari, iba yung foundation nyo ng mathematics kasi ito lang yung na-expose kayo mula dun sa professors na before, and then yung iba, dito sila na-expose. So basically, kung halimbawa, i-represent natin sa elephant as mathematics, no? So tayo, as new learners, are blindfolded dun sa mga possibility na learnings na pwede nating malaman kay mathematics, no? So, parang by that way, parang sinisimbolize niya na kapag hindi na although nanggaling tayo sa iba't ibang foundations or sa iba't ibang school, no? So si mathematics pa din is useful in a way kasi na-explain siya sa inyo and na-brought up sa inyo and ngayon gagamitin mo siya in application na. Okay? So parang realization na si mathematics, although we have different perceptions about it, no? Is yun nga, kung meron tayong eagerness to learn, is eventually malalaman natin yung pinaka meaning niya. Okay? So in introducing to you our topic today, I want you to look at some patterns, no? And to identify kung anong mangyayari doon sa patterns once we proceed, no? Okay lang. Someone said na hindi makapag-on ng camera. So if you attended our session last week, I am not allowing everyone to open their cam naman, no? Ang sabi ko is right after the class na lang. Okay? Or right before the class. right before we end the class. Okay? So again, I want you to look at some pictures or some symbols and identify kung ano yung meron tayo. No? So we have here, no? Meron tayong big circle, then 2 circle, then we have 4 circles. What do you think will be the next picture? A, B, or C? A, B, C, or D? So you may type your answer sa chat box, no? If you may. So looking at the following pictures, 1 circle, 2 circle, then 4 circle. Ano yung possible na kasunod? Okay, someone said it's D.
Di po,
Okay, so
sir.
D. So anybody can explain bakit naging D?
Nadodoble lang po, sir.
Okay, so thank you. So basically, based from dun sa na-observe natin from the first three pictures, once we presented yung una, ito, no? So this is a singular circle. And doon sa pangalawa, naging doble siya, no? Dun sa pang-apat, sa pangatlo, naging apat siya. So ibig sabihin, every time na nag-move or nag-proceed tayo sa next symbol, nagdo-double yung number ng circle natin. So for this one, since apat na piraso na to, and when we double this, we have 8 circles. So, si letter D po yung tamang sagot. Okay? So, okay lang kung hindi nakuha. Next, for this one, what do you think is the next symbol? A, B, C, D, or E? Okay? You may type again your answer. No? What do you think? Okay, someone said E. Okay. Someone said A. Okay, someone said D. Okay.
A po.
So, the correct answer is letter D po tayo. Okay? So, why? Kasi yung pattern natin is vertical tayo. No? From dito, no? So, dito, teka, baka mamali ako ah. Okay, wait lang. Biglang nawindang ako dito sa pangalawang dito sa anong to. Pero what I observed, no? Yung nangyayari sa atin, so dito, tingnan natin to. Yung sa dito white, nandito yung white sa 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 second inner circle, no? Nandito napunta siya sa outer, no? So nag-i-skip siya ng one circle. And then yung kasunod niya, dito na siya. Okay? So yung circle natin na nag-i-skip, nandito, sa kasunod dito papasok tayo ng isa, no? Hanggang makalapit tayo dun sa center natin. And then dito, ah ito pumupunta siya dito sa inner circle. So I think si D yung sagot dito. Okay? Papalapit ng papalapit dun sa inner circle tayo. Alright? Next, for this one. So we have 3 blocks, no? So as we can see, nagmo-move yung ating colors. No, I guess yan. Majority is saying sa chat box letter B, no? Letter B kasi nag-adjust pa baba yung colors natin. Okay? So, for a while lang, may phone lang ako. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so again, letter B. Yes, correct. Letter B kasi nag-a-adjust lang yung colors natin downwards, no? So from the picture, yung blue natin, nakikita natin yung blue, yung kasunod niyang color is green and yung before color niya is red. So once na bumaba siya, no? Yan, bumaba yung green, tumaas yung red, and then dito, the same. And then eventually, dapat yung green ma-eliminate sa baba, and dapat pinakababa niya is blue. Then kasunod niya is green, and then si green dapat mapunta sa taas. So, sa letter B yung sagot natin. So, okay. So, based from those figures or observations, napipredict agad natin yung kasunod na pwedeng mangyari dun sa symbols natin, no? And ito, since we are little or yung sa elementary days natin or even sa primary education pa lang natin, kasama na yan sa tinuturo sa atin. Ano, meron tayo dati, siguro na experience yun, may bulaklak, isa lang yung petals. Then sa kasunod, naging dalawa. Ngayon, sa pangatlo, pinapa-identify sa atin, ano mangyayari dun sa petals? Magiging tatlo ba o magiging apat? No? So, before pa lang, tinatrain na tayo to understand and to interpret yung patterns na pinapresent sa atin. And from these patterns, we are able to conclude or to generate conclusions kung bakit naging ganun yung kasunod na figure, no? Kasi nga, naobserbahan natin siya na ganun yung pattern na sinusundan niya, no? Na doon papasok yung tinatawag nating ability natin to reason out or yung reasoning ability natin. Okay? So, reasoning daw involves drawing logical conclusion based on evidence or stated assumptions. No? So, right after we have observed certain patterns, we are able to conclude or to generate conclusions. Okay? So in mathematics, okay. Uh, ayan. So please turn off your cam, no? Okay. Okay, going back, saan ako? Nawala ako. Okay. So, yun nga. So, by observing dun sa pattern natin, we are able to generate conclusions, and that's what we call reasoning, no? And in mathematics, ginagamit natin siya lagi, no? Especially in logic. Okay? So, may tinatawag na mathematical reasoning, and mathematical reasoning daw is a way of critical skill na enable yung student to analyze a given hypothesis or given statement or arguments without any reference or particular context or meaning, no? So, kahit wala namang connection yung mga figures na pinresent ko, basta na intindihan nyo na ganun yung mangyayari kasunod na figure, kumbaga out of nowhere, basta pinakita ko yung picture, tapos nakita niyo yung pagkakasunod-sunod ng pattern, na-generate natin yung gusto natin maging sagot. So, basically, na-develop ng skill sa atin yan all throughout nung primary, secondary education natin. No? And now, we will try to apply it in mathematics na. Okay? So, mathematical critical thinking and logical reasoning are important skills that are required to solve math reasoning questions. Okay? Kasi you have to understand, especially as future engineers, you should be able to interpret or analyze yung mga problem na binibigay sa inyo, no? Dapat alam natin kung paano siya yung approach or to know what particular solution yung kailangan natin i-apply dun sa mismong problem given sa atin. Okay? And si reasoning daw, although meron siyang iba't ibang type, we have two most common used type of reasoning when it comes to mathematics. No? So we have yung tatawag natin inductive reasoning and deductive reasoning. So I think it is already discussed to you during your grade 8, no? I think grade 8 to. Pero yan. So ngayon, babalikan lang natin. As I've said, yung subject natin is parang spiral lang tayo. So basically, ni-level up lang natin yung napag-aralan nyo na before. Okay? So let's start first with inductive reasoning. So ano daw sa inductive reasoning? So inductive reasoning is based on observations and not any hypothesis, no? If any phenomena are observed for n number of times, it can be generalized, no? So, katulad nung nakita natin kanina, without any context, basta nakita natin na ganun yung naging pattern ng figures, nagkameron tayo ng conclusions or generalizations. Okay? So, these generalizations is based on observation and therefore it may be false. So, ibig sabihin, pag pinag-uusapan natin inductive reasoning, um, it can be logically true, pero hindi, pero may not be realistically true. Okay? So, pwedeng true lang siya dun sa given argument, pero in real life, hindi siya true. Okay? And yung pinaka-main ano sa atin dito, may pinaka-main point kapag inductive reasoning yung pinag-uusapan natin is always nagbe-base tayo sa specific argument papunta sa general, no? So, ibig sabihin, meron tayong set of examples, so specific yun. And then from these examples, we are able to generate general idea. Okay? So, ano yung mga example niyan? So, let's say, for example, we have two statements. Mango is a fruit. Yung first statement natin. Statement number 2, the box is full of fruit. Anong conclusion natin? So, since mango is a fruit, tapos the box is full of fruit daw, pwedeng conclusion natin, given this statement, is the box is full of mango o mangoes, no? Which is, ano siya? Logically true, no? Teka, sulat natin yung ano, no? For a while. Okay. Yeah. So, yung conclusion natin based from the two arguments, since mango is a fruit and the box is full of fruit, the box is full of mangoes, no? Logically true siya kasi sinabi sa statement 1 na si mango is a fruit and yung si box daw ay may fruit. Pero hindi siya realistically true, no? Kasi pwede doon sa box pwedeng may apple, pwedeng may banana. Okay? So, kapag pinag-uusapan natin kung uh, uh, valid yung argument, yes, valid yung argument kasi sinasatisfy niya yung first two argument pero hindi siya truth, no? Or hindi siya always true. Kasi not all boxes are full of mangoes, no? Some boxes are full of bananas or some boxes has bananas and apples and grapes, no? So, I hope nakakuha niyo yung sense, no? Okay. Another example. So, yung statement 1 daw, it has rained every day for the past 7 days, no? Then statement number 2, it is raining today as well. So, anong conclusion natin? What will be the weather tomorrow? So, if we have two arguments na umuulan buong linggo, the past 7 days, and then today umuulan, pwedeng conclusion natin, it will rain also tomorrow. Okay? So, which is logically true kasi pwedeng halimbawa kung may bagyo, technically uulan talaga bukas, no? Kung halimbawa sinabi din sa news na yung bagyo is mananatili pa hanggang the day after tomorrow. Pero hindi siya realistically true, no? Kasi although may mga storm signal tayo, may cases dati, 'di ba, kung maalala nyo, may mga cancellation of classes. Pero makikita mo, ang ganda ng araw. Ang ganda ng sikat ng araw, no? So, yun yung mga ilan sa inductive reasoning na pwede nating anuhin. So, ibig sabihin, ang forecasting din ng weather is somehow an example of inductive reasoning, no? Kasi, di ba, pinapredict nila, pero minsan, habang binabaybay nung bagyo yung course niya, minsan, nag-change siya ng direction, no? So, ibig sabihin, yung forecast niya na ginawa niya kahapon will not be true for the rain today or tomorrow, no? Kasi nag-change siya ng direction. Okay? Another one. So, na ulit. Okay? So, ayan. So, punta tayo ngayon sa medyo mathematical, no? So, we have 3 times 5 is equals to 15. 5 times 9, 45. 7 times 7, 49. 3 times 9 equals 27. So based from this figures, ano yung pwede nyong makuhang statement na una? Based from these numbers, ano yung pwede natin makuha? We have 3, 5. Come again, Mr. Gandia.
Ano po, yung mga basic po na sagot. Halimbawa po, anak, kung paano po siya makukuha, ganun.
Okay, kasi
Halimbawa po,
direct multiplication lang siya, no? Okay, so yes, same. Pero pag halimbawa, nilagyan ko siya ng additional, halimbawa 145 times 143, no? So, okay, your answer is good. Pero meron tayong mas kailangan na mas direct sa kanya. Ano napapansin nyo? Kapag 3, 5, 7, 9 yung number, ano sila? What type of numbers are them?
Mga odd numbers.
Add numbers.
Okay, so add numbers. And then, do sa result niya, yung product niya, anong napapansin nyo?
Add numbers din po.
Okay, so pwedeng first argument natin is okay, yung pinaka ano natin, when we multiply, so sorry na sa sa sulat add numbers, to add numbers, the product is also an odd number. Okay? So yan, so nakita natin, nag-multiply tayo ng odd number. So laging odd number. So pero yun ba lagi yung case? So ngayon, doon papasok yung kailangan i-prove natin kung true yung pattern na ganito. So you have to try different set of numbers to identify kung tama ba siya. So ito nga, meron tayong 4. So try natin ang mga 3 pa, no? So halimbawa, okay, para maiba lang yung number. Okay, so let's check kung add pa din siya kapag inano natin. So this is 20,735. Add a number pa din. Okay, so dito, add number pa din siya. And then dito, add number pa din siya. Okay? So based from doon sa nakita natin na pattern, yung conclusion natin, or pwede natin conclude ngayon, na multiplying two odd numbers will produce a product that is an odd number. Okay? So, based dun sa mga tinest natin and dun sa given na examples, we are able to conclude na multiplying two odd numbers will produce a product na odd number din yung type of number niya. Okay? So again, based tayo dun sa specific example and then generalize natin yung conclusion natin. Okay? Okay, so dito, a sequence. So find the next term. So for the first one, we have 6, 17, 28, and 39. What do you think is the next number?
$50.
50 po.
50 dahil?
Nag-add po ng 11.
Okay, so 11 all throughout. So 6 plus 11 is 17. Then 17 plus 11 is 28. 28 plus 11 is 39. Then 39 plus 11 is 50. So nakita natin pattern is nag-a-add tayo ng 11. Okay? Next, 11, 15, 19, and 23. What is the next number?
27.
7.
Okay. So
Add 4 po.
Agad po ng 4.
Okay, add 4. Next.
14 po.
14.
14
Negative
po.
4.
14 po.
Okay?
14 po.
So,
Nag-minus.
so,
Negative 4.
okay, so 14. So, pwedeng add tayo ng negative 4 or minus 4, no? Same lang naman tayo. Next, 2, 4, 7, and 11.
14 po. 16 po.
16 po.
16, sir.
16 po.
Uh,
16, sir.
16 dahil,
We add
Nag-add-
5
Add
po.
5.
5.
okay, so dito, nag-add tayo ng 2. Dito, nag-add tayo ng 3. Nag-add tayo ng 4. So, increasing yung ina-add natin. So, dapat, after ng 4, 5, so 11 plus 5. So, dapat ay 16. Okay? So, yun yung pattern natin na na-identify based from this one. Then next, last, 11, 16, 22, and 29.
37 po.
11 po.
37.
37 po.
Check natin. So, 11 and 16, meron silang 5. Then dito, we have 6, 7, and then 8, no? Plus 8 naman tayo. Okay? So, based lang dun sa pag-identify natin o pagtingin dun sa mismo sequence natin, na-predict natin yung next natin na number. Okay? So, that is part of mathematical inductive reasoning natin. Okay? So, this means daw na inductive reasoning is logically true, no? But may or may not be realistically true all the time, no? So, to prove daw ng conclusion natin, yung conjecture na tinatawag natin is true, we use mathematical induction to prove it. So, paano daw si mathematical induction? So, first one is find daw tayo ng pattern, and then next is make a conjecture. So, si conjecture, ibig sabihin, conclusion, no? Parehas lang yan. Based dun sa observation na o dun sa in-observe natin na pattern, and then tatest natin yung conjecture or find tayo ng counterexample. So ano daw ba ibig sabihin ng counterexample? Si counterexample daw is a case that satisfies the condition. Okay, kumbaga aligning siya dun sa pattern natin, pero yung result niya is not the same or hindi siya aligned dun sa predicted result natin. Okay? So, and for example, make a test and conjecture about the sum of any 3 consecutive numbers. So, pag sinabing consecutive number, ito daw yung number na follow one another. So, like 3, 4, and 5. So, test tayo ng ilang numbers. So, let's say, yun nga, 3 plus 4 plus 5. Yung sum daw niyan is 12, no? Let's say, 6 plus 7 plus 8. So, ang sum daw nito is 21. So let's try another number. So we have 10 plus 11 plus 12. So ilan to? Hindi ko na alam. Hindi na ako marunong mag-plus. Is 33. Okay. So based from our first 3 consecutive numbers na ginawa, no? Ano yung pwede natin i-conclude dun sa sum niya? Okay? So let's try. Si 12, saan siya divisible? Divisible siya pwede kay 2 times 6, no? Or 3 times 4.
4 times 3.
3 times
Or
4.
4 times
12
3.
times 1.
Tsaka 12 times 1. Okay? Tapos kailangan natin maghanap ng ng pattern dun sa ibang examples natin eh. Then dito sa kay 21, ano yung mga possible natin?
7 times
7 times 3.
7 times 3.
7 times 3. And then 1 times 21 lang. Okay? Kay 33,
3 times
11 times 3.
11, tsaka
11.
3 lang. Okay? So based from this 3, pwede natin i-conclude ngayon, no, based sa observation, na yung nagiging sum daw natin ng 3 consecutive integers is pwede natin factor out na 3 times 4, 3 times 7, and 3 times 11. Pero anong ibig sabihin nitong mga numbers na to? Kung i-compare natin dun dito sa natin, dito sa given natin, ano siyang mga number na yan? Yung 4, 7, 11.
Middle numbers.
Okay? Sila yung middle numbers ng consecutive integers natin, ng 3 consecutive integers natin. Ngayon, pwedeng yun yung conclusion natin. No? Pwedeng ilagay natin na conclusion na once we take the sum of any three consecutive integers, yung laging magiging sagot niya is 3 times nung middle number na pinili natin. Okay? So let's try. So any number dapat i-try natin. Ngayon, counter example na tayo. Testing tayo ngayon nung conclusion natin. Again, conclusion natin is yung magiging sum. Okay, sulat ko nga. The sum of 3 consecutive numbers is equal to 3 times the middle number. Okay? So, yan yung ano natin, conclusion natin, no? Conjecture natin. Ngayon itetest natin kung true ba yan sa lahat ng number. So, anybody can give a 3 consecutive number. Para test lang natin. Okay, so ako na lang. So 50 plus 51 plus 52. Okay? So the sum should be 153. So try natin. Dapat daw 3 times 51 dapat 153. And in fact, siya ay 153. So pass tayo sa unang counter example natin. No? Next. Any number? Let's try.
5, 10, 15 po.
Dapat consecutive. Ibig sabihin dapat sunod-sunod. Dapat ay plus 1 lang ng plus 1. Ibig sabihin. No?
18 plus 19 plus 20, sir.
Plus 20. So, again, magkakalkyo ako, no? Kasi hindi ako marunong mag-math. Eh. Okay, so
57 po, sir.
So, try natin 3 times ng middle number natin. 3 times 19 is, in fact, 57 ba?
Yes po.
Okay.
Yes po, sir.
Based from our 2 examples, our conclusion or conjecture is true. Okay? Or valid, no? Okay? So, nagigets yung paggawa ng conjecture sa given.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes po. Okay. Next. Sabi daw, the sum of 2 numbers is always greater than the larger number. Okay? Okay, so ang nangyayari naman daw, yun yung conjecture niya, no? So ibig sabihin yung parang observation niya. Ngayon kailangan natin i-prove kung true or false to. So the sum of 2 numbers. So ibig sabihin any number siya na makuha mo. Halimbawa 10 plus 5, no? Ang sum niya is 15. Tapos sabi niya always greater than daw the larger number. So, ibig sabihin, yung pinaka-sum natin, 15, lagi daw siyang greater than dun sa larger number natin, dun sa dalawa, which is yung 10. So, dito, ang case natin, true siya, no? So, again, any number, halimbawa ay 205 plus 49. Okay? So, we have 254. So, si 254 is greater than ba do sa larger number dito, 205?
Yes po.
Yes. Okay?
Yes.
So true ba yung conjecture natin?
Opo.
Yes po, sir.
Okay. So what if ilagay natin is negative 2 plus 10 equals to 8. So si 8 is greater than 10?
No po.
No.
Okay? So not applicable. So ibig sabihin sa cases natin, not every time yung conjecture natin is true. Okay? Kasi sinabi naman any 2 numbers. Wala tayong limitation na dapat positive number lang siya. Okay? So not always the time our conjecture will be true. So ibig sabihin to make the conjecture correct, no? Dapat ang ilagay natin the sum of 2 positive, no? Dapat may word na positive number is always greater than the larger number. Which is true kasi nag-add tayo ng 2 numbers and then pag kinompare natin dun sa sum nila, syempre, laging greater than yung sum kasi may kasama siyang isa pang number. Okay? So, for this example, false tayo kasi walang nakalagay na positive na term dun sa the sum of two numbers natin. Okay? So, okay ba tayo dito?
Yes po.
Okay, hopefully the others are also okay, no? Okay. So, yan. So, ngayon punta tayo sa application ng inductive reasoning, no? So, one interesting and familiar application daw ng inductive reasoning is, yun nga, pag tinatawag natin sa set ng consecutive positive integers, no? So, this set has an application in problem solving. So, pwede tayo mag-generalize ng formulas kapag pinag-uusapan natin is consecutive numbers. So, again, pag sinabi natin consecutive numbers, ang sinasabi niya, numbers in their counting order or nagpa-plus lang tayo. So let's say dito 4 plus 5 plus 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So consecutive number siya. Then say 1, 3, 4, 2, 9, 5 is not a consecutive number kasi hindi siya nasa counting order, no? And then we have yung even integers natin. Alam naman natin na divisible by 2. Then si add integers, it is yung remaining numbers na hindi even, no? Okay? So, apply natin ngayon sa illustration, no? So, if the sum daw ng first consecutive positive integers from 1 to 5 is given as 5 times 6 over 2, okay? And the sum, okay, so sulat natin. So, the sum, yung 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, ang sum daw niya is equal sa 5 times 6 over 2. Okay? Ito yung unang statement natin, unang argument. Second argument natin, yung sum ng 1 through 6 is 6 times 7 over 2. 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6. Siya daw ay 6 times 7 over 2. Ano daw ngayon yung magiging sum ng first consecutive positive integers from 1 through 7? Okay? So, basing from our pattern, ano yung magiging sagot natin? Pag 1 through 7. Dapat siya ay magiging equal to?
7 plus 7 times 8 over 2 po.
Okay, so 7 times 8 over 2. So, based from dito sa pattern na to, no? So, we have to check. Okay? So, una, yung first argument check natin. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 is equal to 15.
15.
Okay? So, 15 siya. And see, 5 times 6 is 30 over 2 equal siya sa 15. So, pwede, no? Next, from 15 plus 6 tayo, so magiging siyang 21.
21.
So, si 6 times 7 is
42.
divide natin ng 2. So, pwede siyang
21.
21. So, next, plus 7 ulit tayo. We have,
28.
28 po.
okay. So, 7 times 8 is,
56.
okay, divide 2 is indeed 28. So, ano yung pwedeng maging generalization natin dito or yung conjecture natin? Pwedeng sabihin natin na ang sum of ano ba? Of
Consecutive number, sir.
okay, the sum of the first consecutive
Consecutive positive integers from 1 to 7.
consecutive, okay, from 1 through n. So n ibig sabihin any number, no? Is given, anong formula pwede nating ilagay, no? So si n is kung ano yung end number natin, no? Yung pinakabawa, gawin natin 1 through 20. So si 20 yung pinaka last number natin. Like for example, dito 1 through 5, no? Si 5 yung pinaka n natin. So si 5 n ito. And si 6, ano si 6? Nag-add tayo ng plus 1. Okay? So pwede maging formula natin, maging n o yung any number natin, tapos mo-multiply lang natin siya by any number, by yung plus 1 ng number na yon. Then divide natin by 2. So ito yung pinaka generalization natin na pwede natin apply sa any number or any number na maisip natin. So halimbawa, anong sum ng 1 through sabihin natin 20, no? Okay?
210.
So kung ika-calculate natin, so try ko i-calculate, no? Okay, for a while lang.
210, sir.
Without using muna yung formula. Okay, so by adding manually ng 1 to 20, 210 yung sagot, no? Pero by applying our general formula, we have yung n natin, yung end number natin is 20. Then 20 plus 1 over 2. So we have 20 times 21 over 2, which is the same nung ginawa natin dito, di ba? No?
Yes, sir.
So we have
420.
20.
210, which is equal dito sa ano natin. Okay? So ito yung unang general formula natin. Okay? So tawagin natin siyang sum formula 1. Okay? Sabihin, ito yung isa sa illustration natin for sum ng first consecutive positive integers from 1 through any number. Okay? Okay tayo dito?
Yes po.
Okay, for the others, if ever may hindi mano, please chat dun sa chat box, no? Lumit ba yung screen? Hindi naman. Yeah. Okay, next. Yan. So, next natin is what is the sum of consecutive even integers naman tayo. Okay, so wait. So, okay, so ngayon, consecutive even integers tayo. So, let's say, halimbawa hanggang 10. Okay, so 2, we have 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 10. Okay, so ano yung ano natin diyan? So kapag pag even tayo, ano yung common sa kanila? Saan sila divisible?
2 po.
Okay,
By 2.
so pwede natin factor out yung 2. Then we have 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. Okay, and then anong pwede natin makuha ang generalization sa kanya? So sabi, ang pwede daw natin gawin, so ito is galing sa example sa book, no? So what we can do is to get yung last number ng factor natin. So ito, no? Kunin daw natin yon, tapos i-multiply natin siya dun sa kasunod na number niya para makuha daw natin yung sum. So which should be 30. Ngayon, i-check natin kung true siya. So 2 times, ano yung sum nito? So we have 15. Okay? Which is 2 times 15. So meron tayong 30, which is equivalent dito sa number na to. Okay? So halimbawa, hanggang 20, no? 2 plus 4 plus ... hanggang 20. What will be our answer? So halimbawa, finactor out ulit natin yung 2. So that will be 1 plus 2 plus ... hanggang mag plus 10, no? So yung factor ng 20 yon, 2 times 10. So ang last number natin is 10. So sa generalization natin, pwede natin gawin 10 times 10 plus 1. No? Okay? Or 10 times 11. We have
110.
110.
110.
Na kapag minanual natin sa calculus, halimbawa 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 10 plus 12 plus 14 plus 16 plus 18 and plus 20, we have indeed 110. So, ibig sabihin, anong conclusion natin dito? Okay? For the sum of consecutive even integers is, lagyan natin ng positive na term, no? Equal to n times n plus 1. Okay? So, malinaw kung bakit nag n times n plus 1. Okay? So, by observing yung pinaka last factor nung ating ano, no? So, paano pag halimbawa, mula sa 2 hanggang gamitin natin is 208, no? Paano natin malalaman yung n natin? So, yung last number natin, divide lang natin by 2. So, ibig sabihin 104. Tapos, times lang natin yung kasunod na number niya. Yun na yung magiging sum nung lahat nung ano natin. Lahat ng even numbers natin. Okay? So, ang pinaka pattern natin is to observe yung last number, divide nyo ng 2, then multiply nyo by the number itself plus 1, which is ito. Okay? So, ito, tatawagin natin ngayong sum formula number 2. Okay? Okay tayo dito?
Yes, sir.
Okay, next. We have what is the sum of consecutive positive odd integers? Okay, so kanina, even tayo ngayon, add tayo ngayon. So let's try. So 1 plus 3, ang answer natin is 4. So 1 plus, we have 1 plus 3 plus 5, we have 9. 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7, we have 16. 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 9, we have, ilan to? Nawala yung 7, no? Wait lang. Okay, plus 9. So, we have 25. So, ano yung observation natin dito? Pag pinag-add daw natin yung consecutive positive odd integers, anong makikita natin dun sa, dun sa sum natin?
Squares po.
Okay, so perfect square siya. So, ang pwedeng conclusion natin, okay, so the sum of consecutive positive odd integers, ano to, is always a perfect square. Okay? So, i-try natin. Halimbawa, i-plus 11 natin. No? So, 1 plus 3. Hanggang plus 11. So, we have 36.
36.
So, perfect square pa din siya. No? Then, yung kasunod, plus, ano yung kasunod niya? Plus 13 is 49. So, perfect square pa din ng 7. No? So, ibig sabihin, the conclusion or conjecture natin is true. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, pwede natin kunin yung last number ngayon nung yung ina-add natin. Tama ba? Okay. Hindi. So, lagi nga siyang perfect square. Okay? So, kung 1 through any odd number siya, so, mangyayari is, yun nga, laging perfect square yung sum natin. Okay? So, tingnan ko lang tong may additional siyang no. Okay. Okay. So, okay na tayo dito sa inductive reasoning based from the patterns or specific. Tapos tsaka tayo nag-generalize. Okay? Now we proceed dun sa tatawag nating deductive reasoning, no? So si deductive reasoning basically kabaliktaran naman siya ng inductive. So from general to specific tayo. Pero yung pinaka-main ano natin dito is si deductive reasoning is always logically true and realistically true lagi siya, no? So, halimbawa, meron tayong arguments given, we have to test kung valid and true yung argument natin. So, later, papakita natin kung kailan siya magiging valid, kailan siya magiging true. Okay? So, deductive reasoning daw is based on the exact opposite principle of induction. So, unlike inductive reasoning, deductive reasoning is not based on simple generalizations. Okay? So, a hypothesis is required for or a statement has to be true under specified conditions for deductive reasoning to be valid. So in case of inductive reasoning, the conclusion may be false, but deductive reasoning is true in all cases. Okay? So example, all mangoes are fruit, and tapos yung kasunod na statement niya, the box is full of fruit. So ano yung conclusion natin dito? Hindi ko pala nabago. Ito. Hindi ko nabago tong statement na to. Kaya ako nagtaka. Okay? So yung statement dito is all fruits have seeds, no? Okay? So all mangoes are fruit and all fruits have seeds. So ang conclusion natin is all mangoes have seeds, which is logically true kasi lagi naman may buto ang mangga, ano? And realistically true. Okay? So from general, no? Generalize na lahat daw ng mango is prutas, no? So general statement 'yon. And lahat daw ng prutas may seed, no? So kumbaga inano niya, generalize niya na lahat ng prutas ay may seed, pero di naman lahat, no? Kasi may seedless nga no? Okay? Pero yung conclusion natin, all mangoes have seed. So based from the first two arguments, yung conclusion natin is valid, no? Next, all appliances use electricity. And yung second statement natin, rice cooker is an appliance. So anong conclusion natin?
Rice cooker uses electricity.
Cookers using
All
uses
rice
electricity.
cooker
Okay.
use
Rice
electricity.
cooker is an electricity appliances.
Okay? So pinaka magandang pakinggan na conclusion natin is all rice cooker uses electricity. Okay? Kasi nga si rice cooker is an appliance. So basically, kailangan niya ng electricity. So rice cooker uses electricity. Okay? So na based from those two general statements, no? Lahat ng appliances uses electricity and rice cooker is an appliance, na conclude natin na ngayon na si rice cooker uses electricity. Okay? So again, logically true and realistically true tayo. Okay, next. Yeah, so all first-year students of the College of Engineering are good-looking. Then si John and Jane daw are first-year students from the College of Engineering. Anong conclusion natin?
John and Jane are good looking.
Okay. Tunay kaya? Okay. Are good-looking. Okay, so based from this argument, general statement tayo na lahat daw ng first year is good-looking, which is I agree naman, no? Based from your picture sa portal, no? And then si John and Jane is a first year student. So from general statements, na-conclude natin ngayon na specific na si John and Jane are good-looking. Okay? So valid yung argument natin and hopefully realistically true. Okay? So, yan sa deductive reasoning. Okay. Then, punta tayo sa part ng type ng deductive reasoning, which is yung logic and syllogism, no? Logic is a science of thinking and reasoning correctly. So logic has the power to influence the development of ideas. And syllogism is an arrangement composed of two statements or premises, namely the major and minor premises, and the given premises are followed by a conclusion. Okay? So, in order to present yung syllogism natin, ang ginagamit natin to present that is a Venn diagram. So, I'm sure you have heard of a Venn diagram, pero kung hindi pa, it's a circle na nire-relate yung mga conditions natin, no? So, basically, meron kayo nakikita nag-intersect na circle, no? And merong circle na shaded yung isang portion, shaded yung gitna, walang may shade, yung labas na nasa shade. Okay? So, Venn diagram is a powerful tool used in practical applications, especially logic, no? So, the validity of an argument can be shown using a Venn diagram. So, yung una na example, pag sinabing no x or y, ini-indicate daw niya na two non-intersecting circle siya. So, si letter A can be, dito ko na lang lagay, no? So, si letter A can be presented. Okay. Okay. So, ibig sabihin, pwede siyang i-represent as two non-intersecting circles. So, meron daw tayong two circles na hindi nag-intersect kasi nag-intersect, okay, kasi yung element sa x ay wala sa y. Okay? So, let's say sabihin natin si x, ang elements na is 1, 2, 3, tapos si y ay 4, 5, 6. So, wala silang common na element. So, ibig sabihin, hindi sila nag-intersect. No x or y. So, ibig sabihin, no elements from x are in y. Okay? Letter B. Sum A or B indicates two intersecting circles. So, let's say, so kung ano pa pwede ilagay ito. Is dito na lang. Letter B. So, halimbawa, si x natin is 1, 2, 3 again. And si y natin, sabihin natin, 3, 4, 5. Okay? So, kung i-represent natin sa Venn diagram, ito si x, and ito si y. Okay? So, si x, si y. Andito si 1 at 2, andito si 4 and 5. And yung common sa kanila is si 3. So, sum A or B. So, sum value of x are in y. So, kaya representing two intersecting circles siya. Okay? Okay. So, duplicate ko na lang. Letter C. Sum C are not D indicates two intersecting circles din. So, paano i-represent ngayon si, sum, yung ganong condition. Okay? So, sum C are not D. So, let's say yung same example, 1, 2, 3. And then y is equals to 3, 4, 5. Okay? So si x, so si y, so si 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? Pag sinabing sum C are not D, so ang itong x and y, sum C are not D, so ibig sabihin ang shaded portion natin is ito. Okay? So sa matter ng pagkaka-present ng conclusion natin, na sum C are not D. So ibig sabihin dito, sum x are not y. So mula dun sa element ng y na 3, 4, 5, si 3 is not included dun sa shaded part kasi merong present na number na yan sa y. Okay? And then kay D, if x, then y, so ibig sabihin na x, then y, okay? May ibig sabihin, all x are in y. So let's say ang ano natin is 1, 2, 3, tapos si y is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, ibig sabihin, ang ano natin, lahat ng value ni x ay nasa value ni y. So, kung ito si x, na 1, 2, 3, ito si y. Dito yung 4 and 5. Okay? Ito si x, ito si y. So, yung representation niya is like that. Okay? Question para dun sa paggamit ng Venn diagram. Okay? So, siguro i-apply natin sa examples para mas ano natin, ma-appreciate natin, no? Sa actual example. Okay? So, let's say, all A are B and X is in A. Therefore, X is in B. So, paano natin i-represent yan? Yung unang statement muna, all A are B. So, ibig sabihin, lahat daw ng A, so sabihin natin ito si A, no? Ay B. So, ibig sabihin si B is yung mas larger na circle natin. Gawin natin circle, sorry. Okay. Ayan. Okay. Then, si X daw ay nasa A. Therefore, X is in B. Is the conclusion correct? Based from those sa first two arguments natin?
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Correct kasi si X is inside A and then si A is inside B. Therefore, yung conclusion natin is correct. Based from the first two premises, no? Premises ang tawag natin sa situation, no? Next, all A are B. Okay? So, again, ito yung A natin and ito daw si B. Okay? Then X is in B. Dito daw si X. Therefore, X is in A. Is the conclusion valid?
No, sir.
No?
No, sir.
Kasi, kumbaga parang magka-level lang si A and si X, no? So, therefore, si X or si element X may not be inside A. So, therefore, invalid to. Okay? Next, all men are mortal. Okay? So, lagay natin, bawa, men. Tapos, yan, to mortal. Okay? And then si Daniel daw ay man. Okay? Nasa loob si Daniel. So, therefore, Daniel is mortal. So, therefore,
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
valid tayo.
Yes, sir.
Correct. Valid.
Yan. All pigs are animals. Okay? Then all horses are animals. Therefore, all horses are pigs. Okay? So, let's try kung paano yung Venn diagram representation na to. All pigs are animals. Okay? So, ito si pig. No? Ito si, kaya natin yung circle ng animal. Okay? Then, all horses are also animals. Okay? Therefore, all horses are pigs. So, yung argument natin o yung premise natin does not hindi siya konektado dun sa conjecture natin, dun sa conclusion natin. Therefore, invalid to, no? Okay? So, anong representation yung mas ano sa kanya, mas angkop sa kanya para maging true? Dapat si horses is all horses are pig.
Animal.
Animals.
Hindi, para okay. All horses are pigs. All horses are animals. Okay. Ano ba? Ayun. Basta invalid yung kanyang conclusion, no? Kasi hindi siya nagko-correspond dun sa nagawa nating Venn diagram based from the first two arguments. Okay? Excuse me. Next. Ayan, so all nurses are female and my brother is a nurse. Therefore, my brother is female. Let's check. All nurses are female. So, ito si nurses, no? Ayan yun yung kaya yung circle. And then ito yung sa female. And then my brother is a nurse. So, si brother daw nandito. Therefore, my brother is a female. So, based dun sa argument natin, our conclusion is valid or invalid?
Valid.
Valid siya pero hindi siya true, no? So, ibig sabihin, Therefore, valid siya according dun sa conclusion natin, pero yung kung realistically speaking, kaya nga brother, hindi siya female, no? Kaya we have to distinguish kung ano ibig sabihin ng valid tsaka ng truth. So, validity and truth do not mean the same thing. Truth refers to conformity with fact, no? So, we may say now yung valid yung argument, valid yung conclusion dahil sa given argument, pero it may not be true in real life, no? Okay? So, by using Venn diagram, we are able to test yung mga validity ng mga examples natin. Okay? So, in summary, ito, reasoning nga involves drawing logical conclusion based from evidence or stated assumptions. And then we have discussed yung two most common types, yung inductive and deductive reasoning. And then again, yung inductive reasoning natin is from specific tayo to general conclusion. And then it may be logically true but may or may not be realistically true every time. And then kapag kay deductive reasoning, from general to specific tayo. So, kabaliktaran ng inductive. And it is logically and realistically true always. Okay? And then, we use syllogism and Venn diagram to test yung mga premises natin if it corresponds to sa given conclusion natin. Okay? So, this ends our lecture for today. So, I hope everybody understand yung lecture natin about reasoning and inductive and deductive reasoning. Do you have any question?
Wala na, sir.
Okay.
None, sir.
So far po.
If you don't have any more question, I'll be seeing you again next meeting. So, please, siguro meron tayong activity to test lang naman yung understanding natin dito sa deductive and inductive natin. Okay? So, see you guys again next meeting. But